Oh man, I'm sorry about that last one. Ended pretty abruptly. I think I left off with Starcraft 64. I can't remember what I was saying about it. The PC version is better. The N64 version suffers from having to use the joystick. But anybody who plays computer shooters compared to console shooters will tell you also that the mouse and keyboard combination work wonders. This one is fun though. It doesn't have as many details as the computer one, not as spoken, but still a fun game. Great to add to the collection. I guess it's a rare game. I've had it for a while. Now this one needs no introduction, so I won't give it one. It needs no explanation, so I also won't give it one. Get Starfox if you have a N64. Next is Star Wars Battle for Naboo. This is a pretty fun little, flying game. Although you don't fly all the time. Decent game to add to the collection. And I'll pretty much end with that. Not much to be said about it. Most of these games you could read about online. I suggest doing just because it piques your interest, gets you interested. It's fun to, let your imagination run a little wild. Now, next one I have is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I heard that the Dreamcast version is better. I don't have a Dreamcast. I can't attest to that. So, all I can say is that it's got a lot of what's called distance fog. That gets a little distracting, but still a fun game nonetheless. So, let's see here. Next game, Rogue Squadron. Also one of the first games I got. Fantastic game. Absolutely love it. And love the cheat codes in it. Love that you could drive as an actual car. Now, the one that needs the least amount of explanation, Super Mario 64. You need this game. If you have an N64, this should be packaged, bundled right along with it. And did I get all 120 stars? I think I did. It was a while ago. I haven't played this one in a while, but sets the standard for all platformers. Now, what's next? Super Smash Brothers hasn't aged that well especially compared to the Melee version, which I think compared to the Brawl is still the best. But this one, it just opened up everybody's eyes to a new fighting genre. Fantastic game. Next we've got the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, 2, and 3. 3 was the last one ever made, the last game released for the N64. The American N64, at least I hold it. The black cartridge is appropriate, I guess. The death of the N64. It looks better on the GameCube. I'm pretty sure they have a version, but this is the last game made for N64. The other ones also great skating games, if you like skating games. I enjoy them somewhat. The next one is not highly talked about, but it's a pretty famous import. This is Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. If you enjoy wrestling games, which I do not, you'll love this one. And even though I don't like wrestling games, I like this one. Especially the box art. Look at that guy. Can't help but enjoy this game. Very fun. Very difficult to learn, I thought. The button combinations are pretty tough. Next we have Wave Race. Set the standard for what water animation should be like. Fantastic graphics. Funny announcer. I liked his voice. Well, we have now Wetrix. Wetrix is a puzzle game. Possibly hard when I was a kid, and still pretty hard now. It's good. I like it. Not my favorite puzzle game, but it's a good game. Like I said, I have games because I enjoy playing them. I don't have any games here just so I have them in my collection. Next is Winback. This one's set, I think, it invented the cover shooting game. Decent game, but if you've played any of the modern games, the Drake game, what are they called? Uncharted. I have an Xbox, but there's that other game, Gears of War. All those shooting games have this one to thank. It really came up with the system. Now, getting to the end of my collection, which is pretty long. I have about 70 games. World Driver. This was N64's answer, or the best they could muster for the what was that racing game called? A really good one for PS3. I just forgot. Gran Turismo. There we go. Very realistic, I guess, compared to the other ones for the 64, but suffered because the 64, I guess, just didn't hold out that well compared to the PlayStation. Still a good game. Now this one. Worms Armageddon. Love this game. To this day, I still play with my friends here at home. Very fun game. PC version is better, but then again, which one isn't? This is a fantastic game. I recommend it to anybody who has an N64 and at least 3 other friends. And the one-player campaign is hard. Yoshi Story.